Yeah.
You have to read one, two, pick your clients.
No.
What are some of the cons? Why wouldn't I want to be?
All right. And that's a real question. I would say some of the cons of this business. First of all, you're blamed for everything. If you don't have your mindset correct before you get into this business, or are open to having your mindset corrected as you go through this, it's going to be difficult because you're going to get blamed for everything. If something goes wrong throughout the transaction, you are the first line of defense. So every day it is very, very every day it can be very, very stressful, and you need to be open to that. But that's business. So I'm going to say a con is that you're going to get blamed for a lot of different things that are outside of your control. It's up to you as the business person, as the realtor, as the brand, to correct these things and be a problem solver. The next thing is the high turnover rate. This business, 80% of agents get out of this business in the first 2 years, and then after that, another 90% within the next 3 years. So within 5 years, we're getting thousands of agents getting out, and that's extremely discouraging if you look at the prospects for yourself. And it can be stressful thinking about, how am I going to get my next deal? How am I going to set up these processes? How am I going to pay for advertising? How am I going to get my brand out there? It's a high turnover rate, so that's a con for sure. The next thing I would say is that it's being on commission. You don't close any deals, you don't get paid from this business. If you don't service people, if you don't have a business mindset in place, or you don't have the ability to go out there and hustle up something, you're not going to do well, and you will be out of the business. Which leads me to my next con, is the fees. Every year we're getting at least $2,000 in fees, license renewal fees every 2 years, MLS fees every year, office fees if you have that, lockbox dues, county association dues. These fees are coming constantly, and it's definitely a con, especially if you're treating this like a hobby. If you're trying to do this on the side, or if you're not really taking it seriously, this will eat you up, and it'll kick you out of business really quick. And I would say that the last thing is that is a con for some, that this is a 24-hour business. If you have a family, or if you're starting a family, which I'm doing, you have to realize there's going to be some sacrifices that take place. Your work comes home with you. So it's not like a 9 to 5 where once this is done, maybe once or twice a week you might have to take a file or two home and finish. Every single day I'm bringing business home. Phone calls that I have to get back to. Someone couldn't get on the phone until after work. I'm taking that call after work as well. And weekends, you're working on the weekends. That's when everyone's off. So that's when you're showing homes. That's when you're putting reports together. That's when you're doing open houses. That's when you're doing your other outside events, like first-time homebuyer events or community events. So this business is going to take a lot out of you. So if it's not what you want to do, and it's not something you can be passionate about, you're going to have a tough time. So those are some of the cons, I would say.